Hey everyone, welcome back to Cody Tarot. I am your tarot reader, Cody. And in today's pick a card, we are going to be I'm getting so tongue-tied. We're going to be doing the reading, what does your crush love about you? So basically, whoever you have the hots for right now, we're going to be covering what they love / like about you. So whatever that may be is going to come through today. Whatever they admire about you, basically. So in today's reading, we have 4 groups in front of us. We have, I'll go through the groups one by one, and then you can select your crystal and scroll to the timestamp that is associated with your group, and that'll take you to your reading. So yeah, with group 1, we have the Shangaan Amethyst. That's group 1. Group 2, we have the Titanium Kyanite. That's group 2. Group 3, we have the Citrine. That's group 3. And last, group 4, we have the Crazy Lace Agate. So that's group 4 if you want to pick group 4. Yeah, so take all the time you need to pick your crystal. You can pause the video here if you need to. Hopefully this I can finish this all tonight because I'm feeling like really tongue-tied. I think words are coming out in a weird way or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to try and attempt to do the readings. If I can't, I'll just film them tomorrow. But yeah, this is the intro, and pick your crystal and let's get on with it. Hey, group 1, this is if you picked the Shangaan Amethyst. Oh my gosh, I'm so hoping I can do these readings. My speech, I can feel like my tongue just like contorting in my mouth. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, your first card comes out as guide. Let's see what else. Let's get a animal spirit card for you guys as well. And we have butterfly. And I want to get a playing card for you guys as well. We have the 3 of diamonds. And then I want to pull some tarot cards as well. Let's see, we have the Devil, the King of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and the Fool card. And last, I'm going to roll some Astro Dice for you guys. We have the 5th house, Pisces, and Neptune. Okay, guys, I had to go grab my lapis lazuli because speaking was difficult, and with my lapis, it's like easier to communicate when I don't know what's going on with my body or my mind or whatever's going on, but speaking has been difficult, at least tonight, but I still felt called to deliver a reading, so we're just going to persist, and let's see, and we'll see what happens. So, okay. So basically your crush likes a few things about you. I'll start with the archetype card. With guide here, we have represents the nature of the divine in life and yourself. I'm seeing guide so much with this person. I feel like with this person, you've given them a lot of advice, or the advice you have given them, they really deeply appreciate it. This person sees you, your crush sees you as somewhat of like a human form of a spirit guide, essentially. They feel like your advice is so wise and so appropriate to all the situations that they've talked to you about. There's just a strong effect of like it feeling like it's coming from something other than like yourself as a human, if that makes sense. So they feel like your advice is a little surreal in the sense that it is beyond what like normal humans would tell them, if that makes sense. Like it's something that's different than what a typical person would tell them. And therefore they find it extremely valuable. I think you guys are natural counselors, or at least this person sees you that way. Something they like about you is that you're a natural counselor, you have a natural ability to give counsel, to give advice, to give, I don't know. I feel like you guide this person in a way that doesn't feel obtrusive to them. I feel like this person, if they've had other people give them advice in the past, they didn't like that advice, or they didn't like what people were telling them, or this person in a way, this person could be a little obstinate. I'm seeing this person, your crush, as someone who's a little more rigid or something like that. Like there's something about them being more rigid and them enjoying the fact that you guys have this like sense of freedom about you. Because we have the Fool card and the Butterfly card here. Butterfly with the air symbol just indicates they really like the fact that you guys love your own space, you love your own freedom. I feel like they like that this connection has an unattached component to it. So they really value the fact that you guys, how do I put this? They really value the fact that you guys don't interfere in their life too much. Or there's the idea of like giving each other a lot of space. You know, it's like giving the other person a lot of space creates room for the relationship to breathe, and they really appreciate that, right? So this is something they really appreciate, is that you kind of have your space, they have their space. They like that both parties have their own space, their own time apart. And then when you guys have your time together, it's really like lovely and cordial, I guess you could say. Like with the Butterfly card here too, in the orange color and the blue color, there's a lot of strong emphasis. Same with the 3 energy here representing creativity. There's a lot of energy of like the sacral chakra showing up here. And I feel like this person appreciates and loves your creativity, right? We also have the 5th house, which talks about creativity, hobbies. 5th house can also talk about sports sometimes, and romantic affairs and romantic flings. I think this person, if there is a sexual connection here, they really want kind of a romantic fling. Like they want kind of the whirlwind romance, right? They're not looking for like the typical boring date. Like they're not looking for the typical like arranged marriage kind of vibe. Like they're looking for a whirlwind romance. They're looking for something to sweep them off their feet. Something they like about you is your romanticism, your ability to enchant. With the Fool card here, they love your spontaneity. They love the fact that you don't stick to a specific routine or a schedule, and you just kind of fly by the seat of your pants. And you're like, okay, we're doing this today, or we're doing that today, or can you make it today? Like, I feel like this person appreciates that you call them up kind of last minute and you initiate things with them in a way that's very spontaneous and out of the blue, is kind of what I'm seeing. This person also deeply appreciates, with the 3 of diamonds here, there's 2 things this person appreciates. First, with the 3 of diamonds, this person appreciates your creativity. I feel like you guys are extremely creative, or especially around this person. There's something about you showing off your artistic skills, or maybe like a performing arts type of thing around this person. The other aspect that I'm seeing about you guys that this person enjoys is that if it's not your creativity, say you're watching this, you're like, I'm totally not creative. I do not do art around this person, whatever. This person, the other message that's coming through for some of you is that this person finds your financial insecurity like charming, or like it's kind of like a coquette kind of vibe. Like there's a feeling of them finding you cute or adorable, because with the 3 of diamonds, this can also talk about insecurity over finances. And I think that they find that if you have any like financial worries, or if maybe you complain about money or something like that, or maybe they find it like cute or endearing or something like that. But yeah, for most of you, it's going to be your creativity. I also think this person, with it being a diamonds card, I think they see your creativity as marketable. I think they see your creativity as something that can make money as well. With the Devil card here, this guy's outreaching. This guy is like reaching out, and he has this person on puppet strings, right? And he looks kind of surreal, like his hair is floating in the air, right? Speaking of air, there's a lot of air components to this, and in the typical way of like wanting your own freedom, wanting your own space, stuff like that. With the Devil card here, I think this person sees you as like a seductive invitation. You know, like I think you have mentioned to this person, or you flirted with this person in the past, and they see you as this kind of seductive temptation is kind of what I'm seeing. Now, the cool thing about this, I'm not seeing the component of the devil about being chained, like this guy on the puppet strings to the fingers of this man with his arm outstretched. He's like chained and he's hurt and stuff, or he's like feeling pain because of that chain. I'm not seeing that so much in this connection because the butterfly energy, the air energy, and the fool energy is canceling that energy out. So where this could turn in a different type of connection, this could turn into kind of a seductive, addictive type of thing that someone can't escape from. They're not viewing it like that. They're viewing it as seductive and addictive, but something where they can walk away whenever they feel like it. And that's something that they really like. I think this person, not that they're scared of commitment, but that I think that they may have had some struggles with codependency in the past, with relationships that weren't good for them and they got stuck in them or something like that. And they feel with you give them an out. So they feel safe making, what's it called? They feel safe getting intimate with you or showing intimacy towards you because you give them that space where if things go haywire, you're going to let them escape. You're going to let them free, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, they do see you as like a seductive offering or something like that. There's something about your physical beauty too that could be really important in this connection. Like they find you really physically alluring or something like that. The other thing too with your crush, with the King of Wands and Queen of Wands, they see you both as like a like-minded pair is kind of what I'm seeing. Sometimes I see the court cards like different suits representing more of an opposites attract thing. Like if we had like a wands energy with a swords energy or something like that, that's more of like an opposites attract. Or, I think this person sees you as someone who's similar to them. I think you guys have a lot of similar interests. I think you guys have a lot of similar behavior patterns, something like that. I do think that the divine feminine in the connection has more friends. Or the divine feminine, someone in this connection, either you or them, has a lot more friends than the other person does. And I think that there's a feeling of like social instability is coming through for one person in this connection, while the other person is a feeling of like a pillar of reliability, right? So I feel there could be something where maybe someone has a lot of friends, but there's always drama with the friend group or something like that. And even though they have tons of friends, it's always like the friends are always in like upheaval or something like that. And one other person I'm thinking is you guys, or like the person that gives the advice or gives the kind of like advice to the friend group, and people look up to you in this specific group. Even though you're more of like an outsider or something, people look up to you in this specific group because you give that good advice. I think this person really appreciates your advice on how to deal with people as well. The other thing too is I think your crush understands that you're running from something with this lion behind the King of Wands. I think your crush understands you might be running from something in your life right now, or you are maybe in the process of distracting yourself from something more major in your life that you're running away from. And they really understand this, and they're like okay with the fact that you're in a process of kind of like recovery right now, if that makes sense. Or you're in the process of fleeing from one thing and moving into the next stage of your life because you're trying to get away from something else. They're aware of that. I think that they're not that perturbed by that is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. There's an acceptance factor of that. Something else they love about you is you kind of have a mysterious persona. We see that again here with the Pisces symbol. I think you guys have a little bit of mystery to you that they appreciate. And with the Neptune energy too here, I think that they like that communication with you is more magical and enchanting in a way. I think there's a thing here where they know there's not necessarily clear communication between both of you. I think that's something coming through, and it's not coming through as a negative. That's the thing. It's coming through as like a positive, that they get to piece together the communication and try to figure out what you mean, what you're talking about, what's going on in your head, stuff like that. I think there's a feeling of like puzzles a little bit on their end of like trying to figure out what's going on with you, or like there's a feeling here, a message that's coming through. I know this doesn't have to do with what they like about you, but they want to come across like they don't want to be misunderstood is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. They really don't want to be misunderstood. And I guess they're worried that they're being misunderstood, or that you guys could misunderstand each other. There's a feeling from your crush coming through of like them wanting to make the effort like wanting to understand you, right? And the thing is, they feel like you guys are one and the same. Like you should be able to get along. You should be able to have that good communication. I feel like you guys are both with these wands energies here. I feel like you both are twins in the sense that you share the same passions. So I think you guys share the same things in common, the same passion. So for example, with the creativity too and the devil and stuff, if one of you is a musician, the other one's also super into music, and there's a feeling of wanting to collaborate or feeling like you're twins in that department. Or if one of you is an artist, the other one's an artist, something like that. Another factor that we could take into account, not just with creative stuff, but like with the diamonds energy here and the insecurity about money, if one of you is really focused on making money or really focused on business and like is a business person, the other person is like well adapted to the same interests. I think you guys have a lot to talk about. I think you guys have a lot in common, especially on the mental level. The vibe that I'm getting here is that this person also, I think this person appreciates your sense of humor too, but more than that, I think they really enjoy just talking to you about like common interests is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. I think this person has a lot of common, there's a lot of commonality between both of you with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here. Now with the butterfly here, I think this person understands that you've gone through a transformation in life and you're going to go through more transformations in life. They know that you're a fully formed butterfly at this point, or that you've been through a lot and you've gone through the worst of it. They understand that you've gone through the worst of it, you've come out the other end and you've transformed. Like maybe you guys are just coming out of a period of your life where you've fully formed into this like actualized being that has gone through a transformation. You've been through some kind of cocoon process where you were like either hibernating or you went through some difficulties or traumas that were kind of incubating a new part of yourself inside yourself. And now you're like shining your wings, you're flying, you're looked at, like there's a feeling of getting recognition in this connection, or them noticing that you're getting recognition, something like that. Yeah, it's interesting with the shadow attribute here where it says places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. I think they really appreciate the fact that you guys have this ability to, even though you might be worried about money sometimes, or even though you might be worried about finances, you have the ability to remain spiritual in the connection with them. And you have this ability to put money on the back burner, or like put your financial concerns on the back burner in favor of a higher spiritual advancement or a higher spiritual attributes, if that makes sense. I feel like you guys put your spiritual life above a lot of your financial considerations in life, and in that way they really admire you because they see you as kind of committed to your beliefs. Yeah, with the devil energy here, they see you as really enticing. They see you as really seductive. I would not be surprised if they have actual physical feelings for you. Honestly, I think your crush physically is attracted to you. Yeah, sometimes we get like, what does our crush feel about us? And there's not really too many, there's not too much energy dealing with like passion or physical attraction. In this connection, I'm seeing a strong physical attraction with the devil here. We also have the wands energy, which indicates passion. There is a strong feeling of physical attractiveness between both parties. It might also be with the Fool card here too, that maybe if you guys have hooked up a few times, or maybe if this is a connection where you guys have hooked up a few times, it's been very spontaneous and like in the moment, and you guys don't really like hold each other to strict routines or schedules, or when are they going to call me again? When are they going to hit me up again? It's like almost like there's a feeling of, when you guys run into each other, like, hey, we'll hang out, and like, you doing anything later? No. And then you guys go back to someone's place after or something like that. I'm getting the strong vibe of a very casual kind of connection, but one with a lot of deep respect for the other person. Yeah, it might be too, even though you guys have a lot in common, you share the same passion. When you guys communicate with the Neptune and the Pisces here, there could be a feeling of they just don't want to be misunderstood, I think is the vibe. This person wants, they think about conversations that you have had with them. They think about them and they think about like what those meant and what you meant by saying something in the conversation. Yeah, I think this person would like to have a nice like get together where you guys sat down and you really just discussed things and like got really into each other's concepts and ideas and philosophies and stuff like that. They see you with the guide card as incredibly smart, incredibly intuitive. They think about the advice you give them and they process how it could apply in their life. Overall, you guys, your crush loves you a lot. You've had a big impact on their life. They really enjoy the connection. Yeah, I'm gonna end your reading there. So if you guys like this read, I'm so glad I brought my lapis today, because honestly, like, I was having a hard time talking and the messages are just coming through a lot easier. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching this reading. If you like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And with that said, we're going to move on to the next group with the titanium kyanite. Thank you guys again so much for being here. I really enjoyed reading for you. It was a pleasure. It was an honor. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey, group 2, this is if you picked the titanium kyanite. So let's get right into your reading. That's the crystal you picked. And let's get started with a archetype card. What archetype card? This one kind of wants to come out. We have Alchemist. And we'll get into your other cards. So I'm going to pull a playing card as well. This one comes out. We have 6 of Hearts. And let's get a Animal Spirit card by Kim Cran's deck. This one wants to come out. We have Elephant. And last but not least, the tarot cards. Okay, let's see here. We're going to pull from this Light Seers deck for the tarot cards. And let's see. What does group 2's crush think about them? What do they love about group 2? Okay, we had some cards fell over here. This one fell out on the table. I'm going to take the top 2 from these right here, from these 2 piles. And that'll be that. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Let's see. And we'll roll the Astro Dice. We also have the Ace of Swords. Sorry, I forgot to mention that card. We're going to roll the Astro Dice too. And we have Scorpio, Mars, and the 10th house. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, this is funny. Okay. So, okay, let's get into, hold on, let me look at one more thing real quick. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so first one thing with the elephant card, I wouldn't be surprised if most of you are older viewers watching my channel, or if you're older than your crush. I think a lot of you, your crush is younger than you, or your crush views you as more experienced than them. They view you as someone who's very experienced, very knowledgeable, something like that. The thing is, they learn from you, but not in the traditional way. So transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom, they really learn from watching you act in your most impulsive, instinctive manner. So when you guys are not thinking about how you're acting, when you're not trying to be a certain way, or you're not trying to be wise, you're not trying to be smart, this person learns from just your daily activities. They just learn from observing you. I think this person really gets triggered by a lot of things that you say and do, and it triggers epiphanies in them with the Ace of Swords here. They get really strong epiphanies about life, about the nature of existence, and it's not through what you guys would assume. Like, I think if you started to try to give advice to this person, or you tried to talk to this person about things that are, how do I put this, that are intellectual, or you're trying to teach them something specific. Like, if you take from this reading, you're like, oh, I'm going to start teaching this person. Maybe they want to learn from me, so I'm going to start telling them life lessons. They don't learn from you in that way. They learn from watching you interact and behave with people. It's like they're watching your behavior, not necessarily what you're teaching them. It's like they're watching how you act with others and other people in your environment. And with base motives here, they like to watch you act at the pure, how do I put this? The pure core nature of your vibration. So, however you are in your most natural state, they really enjoy watching you behave and act with other people. This can be good because this means that they're fully accepting of your true self. Your crush really enjoys and likes watching your true self. And not only that, they learn from that true self that you're presenting in the world. This can be bad is if you get kind of tongue tied around your crush or you start acting in ways that you're not acting like yourself. Your crush won't be learning anything from you, if that makes sense. Like, you have to be truly acting from your base core, right? You have to be truly acting from who you truly are internally, and your crush will be learning from you in that way because of that. I think if that has happened at least just a few times, if you have been yourself around your crush at least just a few times, which I'm saying you probably have, because it wouldn't come up in this reading of something they liked about you unless you have, or it's something that's going to happen with them, like they will like this about you. But what I'm seeing here is that when you've been your true authentic self, they've really learned a lot from you. With transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom, this person has learned so much from you. I wouldn't be surprised too if your natural self is a little bit career oriented or a little bit focused on money or status or reputation, because we have the 10th house here. And so I'm getting strong energy, especially with the Mars card too. It's like of go-getter kind of vibes from your end. Which is interesting because we also have a 6 here, which talks about harmony and give and take. And we also have the 6 of Pentacles. So that's also a card about give and take. One thing that I am seeing is that they learn from you, essentially. They learn from you. They understand that actions you do create knowledge in them. They learn from your behaviors. They kind of observe and watch you, and they can like learn things from you. They also think you're very wise and mature, but not in the traditional way of like sharing knowledge. Like the last group, they had a person who like gave advice, or the people like them for the ability to give advice. This person does not necessarily like you for the ability to give advice. This person likes to just watch your life experiences. They like to learn from your story, essentially. They like to learn from your actions. Let's see what else here. With the 3 of Wands, there's a strong vibe. Well, first of all, with the girl surfing, I think this person sees you as someone who's looking to catch the perfect wave. Like, there's a strong vibe of like, you're looking for the perfect adventure. Is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like, you guys, what they like about you is you're not just going to jump on any kind of exciting activity, but you're going to wait for the right time to move. And you're going to catch that perfect wave. I think this person sees all of your life experiences and your stories as really tantalizing. I think that they see your life experience as really tantalizing, right? I think this person also likes that you're on the move. Like, they like that you're on the move. You're on it. You're on a specific journey. You're on your way somewhere. You're going somewhere. This person likes that you're going places, is kind of the vibe that I get. And with 6 of Pentacles here, there's been some kind of monetary exchange with this person. Could even be just compliments. Like, you compliment them, they compliment you, something like that. But there's some kind of exchange of energy between both of you. And I'm really feeling like they really liked how that went. So whatever that was, maybe you bought them a drink at a bar one night, and then the next night they bought you a drink at the bar or something like that. And so it was an easy give and take. It was a back and forth. I think this person likes the give and take of this connection in general. With the financial situation here too, there's a feeling of financial charity. So either if you're in a more wealthy position than them, they're feeling like, oh, they could give to me or they could help me out. Or if they're in a more wealthy position than you, they feel like they could help you out, right? There's just a strong energy of like financial support coming through as part of the reason why they love you. Is there something about how you support them financially? Also with the 3 of Cups here, this is interesting because with the 3 of Cups, this talks about third party situations in essence, but one thing they like about you too is so for some of you, if you're already in a relationship and you have a crush on someone and you're polyamorous, this person likes your partner too. This person likes you and your partner. They like both of you. So if this is going to be like a 3-way thing, it's going to be a very successful 3-way thing. I see that for you guys. If you guys are single, right, and you're just looking at them and you're the type of person who's very monogamous, right? This person likes your friends too. They can't decide who's the hottest in the friend group. There's something about you having hot friends and this person liking everyone in the group. Like, man, I'm just going to throw out random names. These might not be the names of the people in your friend group, but I'm going to use them for example. It's like, man, Sharon's hot, Jessica's hot, and, Bridget's hot. Like, they're all hot, or something about that. Like, if they're talking to their friends or something, they go, wow, they hang out with a lot of beautiful, this person hangs out with a lot of beautiful people. And I'm getting a strong vibe that they admire multiple people in the group, if that makes sense. So even though this is your crush, they actually have their eye on a lot of your different friends. So, if you're if you want this person, I'd say, like, I don't know if you guys do that thing where you claim the person you want, like, I like them, they're mine. This is the type of person who could benefit from that because they can't make a decision to save their life as far as who they think is the hottest. They're just like attracted to everyone in the group. So I definitely think if you approach this person with a more what's it called? Maybe like claiming attitude, or an attitude of like how do I explain this? Just like, I'm interested in you and my friends aren't. Like, if this person got it clearly in their head, then they would be able to focus more on you, basically, and not the rest of the people in the group, right? This person just admires beauty, and they really recognize, on a simple level, they just admire beauty, and they really recognize that you walk in social circles of like attractive people. Like, there's something about your friend group being really attractive, or looking good, or something like that. Maybe you guys all work out, or maybe there's something about the way all of you dress, or something like that. This person really admires the group that you walk with, basically, and specifically with the physical beauty of the group. With Six of Hearts here, I think this person, there's a strong vibe that this person could see you as a possible karmic relationship. Even if they don't know what karmic relationships are, because I know not everyone knows what those are, this person sees you as someone who's going to teach them a lot, or teach them a lesson, or teach them things. And we already see that here with them always learning things from you. They're always learning things from you in general, and like how you're acting and behaving. This person also sees you as peaceful and harmonious. I think this person appreciates the harmony you present outwardly to others. I think this person sees you as someone who has a strong sense of give and take. We have 2 sixes here, so there's a strong sense of give and take, and of just being a loving and caring person in general. The Six of Hearts is also making me feel like this person is not going to make a move till you make a move towards them. Or if this person has already made a move towards you, they're waiting for a reciprocal action from you before they're going to advance any further. This person takes it step by step. So for example, say they hit on you one night and they said, man, you look really beautiful tonight, and we should go out on a date sometime, something like that. If you didn't respond to them, or you left them on red or something like that, and you haven't been like talking to them, they're not going to make another attempt to talk to you until you say something back to them. Like, they're basically just going to keep quiet, still hang out with everyone, but not bring it up again until you bring it up to them. So if you're waiting for them to make a couple more attempts to do it, to bring it up, they won't. They're going to sit tight on it because they already said it once. They're not going to repeat themselves, and you have to make the next. It's like they believe that it has to be an equal, and like both parties have to put forth effort to make something work. It's not just dependent on one party alone making attempts, and the other person turning them down. They want equal kind of give and take, right? And they see that with financially, you guys do that. Like, financially and resources wise, you guys do have that give and take. But with the Six of Hearts here, they want that kind of give and take in relationships and love as well. With the Mars energy and the Scorpio energy, first of all, they see you as a very passionate person. They see you as very seductive. With the 10th house here as well, they see you as someone who's really focused on your reputation and career. That's something they like about you, is that you're really focused on your reputation. I think you guys have made a success of yourself in some specific way. It could be career, it could be just through recognition of something else, but this is the 10th house is through recognition and success. So I definitely think that you have some kind of status in this person's eyes. Especially with the Elephant card here, they see you as an older, more authoritative person, someone who's had some experience in life, and they really look up to you because of that. They kind of see that you've been through it, you're on a journey to get there, you've been through it, you have some success. They really appreciate that about you. With the Mars energy and the Scorpio energy, going back to those two, the Mars energy just indicates that they lust after you, right? Even to the point where they might even get a little competitive with you as well. Like, I think they like competitive gameplay as a form of foreplay. So I think this person might like try to get you into little kind of competitions with them, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good example of this. This is like if, this is kind of the vibe of like making bets. Like, okay, you want to bet that that's not going to happen or this is going to happen. There's a vibe of like making bets or predictions about things. Um, and that's just one way this could manifest. You could know this person through some kind of a sports team or some kind of competitive environment where you guys are actually competing for the top grade in the class or something like that. And there's just also a crush going on. There's like a sexual attraction, but you guys are both kind of competing for a top position, something like that. That's also coming through with the 10th house as well. So there could be a feeling of competing for some kind of position of recognition as well in this connection. But with the Mars energy here, this is a strong, either like this is going to be channeled through competition, spurring each other into action, or it's going to be channeled into just pure crazy sex. Like, honestly, like, I think that if you guys like had sex, it would be like really crazy and wild. But yeah, and I think this person learns from your core base motives, which is like with the Mars energy, that's very much what your actions are, right? Like what your actions are, what your impulses are. They get a lot of wisdom and intelligent, like, understandings from those base motives, if that makes sense. So it's not necessarily about what you're teaching them or what you're offering them or something like that. It's them watching you in motion. They like to watch you in motion, watch how you perform, behave. So for example, going with my example of two people competing for the top grade in the class, right? They like to watch you study. They like to watch you give presentations because they learn so much from that. It's like they're learning from you. And it's only when you're in your true element or being yourself that they're learning the most from you, right? So for a lot of you, you're really achievers with the 10th house here, and you're both achieving some specific thing. You're in some kind of competition to achieve some specific thing or point of recognition. For others of you, they're in the same environment as you while you are achieving this competition, right? Also with the 3 of Wands, this could be indicate that they like that you guys are on the same journey together. You and this person are on the same journey together. So I think this person really enjoys learning a lot from you. The more I'm reading into this connection, it's a vibe. There's a strong vibe of like there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of them competing with you, learning from you, understanding you. There's a feeling of like rivalry, but like a very hot, sexy rivalry where there's like intimate kind of tension as well is kind of what I'm seeing. Be careful with this Mars energy because it could go both ways. It could go to hot sex or it could go to conflict, right? I don't see so much conflict just because they really respect you. And with the 6 here, this is talking about peace and harmony. So I'm not seeing it drifting into conflict too much, but the 6 energy can also be a little competitive as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to end your guys' reading there. If you guys enjoyed this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And with that said, I really enjoyed reading for you guys. It was a lot of fun. It was a pleasure. Very interesting crush, very interesting connection. You guys got to tell me how this all pans out. Who makes it to the top of the mountain first? You know, like who becomes successful first? Anyway, so with that said, I'm going to end your guys' reading there. I'll move on to the next group. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group 3. This is if you picked the Citrine. So my tongue-tiedness has gone away. I put on my lapis lazuli. So hopefully this rest of these groups go well too. Okay, so let's see. Let's get a card to, let's see. We have Father. Interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get more cards. This is how your crush, what your crush loves about you. So your other card is the 8 of Diamonds. And let's get you a Animal Spirit card by Kim Kranz. And we have Cheetah. Lots of like browns, reds, and yellows so far. Even the diamond is kind of giving me brown, red, and yellow vibes. Let's see what else comes out. Let's get a card from the Light Seers tarot deck. I feel called to tell you guys that this is probably my favorite tarot deck I have ever owned, is this Light Seers deck. It's so, I don't know, there's an intuitive vibe to it that you don't get with a lot of other decks. Okay, let's see what cards want to come out. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the 7 of Wands, we have the 9 of Cups, and we have the Hierophant. Okay, and then roll the astro dice, and then we'll get into your reading on what your crush loves about you. The Sun, the second house, and Pisces. Okay, so there's a few different messages with the Father card I want to get into with, starting with, you know, your crush could, I don't know, like, your crush could basically view you as someone who is like a warm, kind of caring person in their life, like a father figure or like a mother figure or something like that. Your crush could view you in kind of like a paternal, caring way, which is not necessarily like the worst thing, but there's just a strong vibe that this person feels close with you on like that kind of level, like almost a family level. The other possibility is you guys might have kids yourself and they really look at you as like a strong like father figure to your children, something like that. This person also thinks you would be a good father. And if you're a female viewer watching my channel, bear with me. There's just a vibe here that they view you that you would be kind of like a guiding force like a father would be, whether you're male or female, right? There's something that you probably remind this person a little bit of their parental figure, their male parental figure, or one of their male parental figures if they have two. There's just a strong vibe that there's a feeling they look up to you, is kind of the vibe that I'm seeing too. They look up to you, or you're some kind of supportive person in their community. And this person looks up to you. I think this person appreciates your wisdom as well. Your crush with the cheetah card here loves your energy. There's something about your energy or how energetic you are that your crush really loves about you. They love your energy, and with the 8 of diamonds here, I think they also think you're rich. Like this person thinks you're like really wealthy, or this person thinks you're able to make a lot of money, or this person feels like you run in high levels of business with people or something like that, or that you have money or you come from money, something like that. Also with the Ace of Wands here, I think this person feels like you guys have a telepathic connection. There's something strong about being in each other's inner worlds or knowing about each other's inner worlds that's really intense in this connection. With the 9 of Cups here, I think this person feels very joyful around you. They feel like you're a treasure trove of like, I don't even want to say wisdom because it is a cup card. It's like how do I put this? I think you make this person feel grateful. You make this person feel grateful for everything they have in their life. And that's part of I think the lesson you're meant to teach this person, teach your crush. With the Hierophant here, this is a possibility that you two could have been introduced by a third party, or there's a feeling of enlightenment in this connection that you're supposed to guide this person and help them on the path to enlightenment, something like that. I also think this is a very fun connection. We see the guy laughing here. I definitely think that this is a learning kind of connection. And I think this person really cares about you. This is the one group, well, I mean, it's kind of showing up as the Ace of Wands, but the Ace of Wands came through as a totally different message, honestly. But this is the one group where I don't think your crush views you sexually. Like this is a crush that actually views you more as like a friend or more of like a paternal figure or someone they can learn from rather than like a sexual partner. With the cheetah card here, they do like your energy. They do feel like you have, with the tears in the cheetah's eyes, they do feel like you have a soft side underneath the energetic presence that you represent. But there's a strong feeling here that they view you more as like a provider or someone to make them feel grateful about life, or someone here to teach them things, or someone here to provide. They think you're wealthy, and maybe that includes providing financial support, but they just see you as someone who comes from money, something like that. With the 7 of Wands energy here, I think there's a strong vibe that they feel with this woman being protected in this bubble. They feel like you're a protective influence in their life. Honestly, I think this person feels very delicate in your presence. I think this person feels safe in your presence. I think this person has always felt like an outcast or something like that, or they feel like you accept them for who they are, something like that. With the two here, with this is also talking about making money and a job or a position of money or something like that. I think this person is looking to you also to get some kind of career advancement or to figure out some way to sell something or make money, something like that. With the Sun card here, there's a strong vibe that like, I think you help this person express their individuality with the Seven of Wands too, going with the Sun, and you help them to be themselves. With the Pisces energy here, this connection does have a slight mystery to it. Even though you guys have a more telepathic connection, there is a slight mystery to what's going on. It's like it feels psychic at some times, and then at other times it's not quite psychic, or there's a strong vibe of like elusiveness or something like that. I just think in general too with the Pisces symbol, it's a very caring connection. I mean, we have the Father, the Pisces. There's just a strong element of like care and protection and less about like romance and lust. I mean, that could be the style of romance and lust that you guys are experiencing. Like, how do I put it? Like maybe you are, I don't know, maybe that's something that is like what they're really looking for in a partner is something that's really safe. And that's a total possibility. I just see you as representing this kind of like community figure with the Hierophant here and the Father card of this like group or this. There's just a strong vibe that your crush just views you kind of as like more of a role model than someone that they want to actually like hook up with. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. If you guys are listening to this group, you're like, this does not sound like it. You guys are probably one of the other piles, because honestly, I think that if you know that your crush likes you or you're just looking for more confirmation, this is not your pile. This is for someone who has a crush on someone, but this person views them not in the same way. Like this is more of a platonic connection or a one-sided connection where you have a crush on someone else, but they might not have a crush on you. Which is super interesting to me because with the Ace of Wands, I'm definitely sensing some kind of telepathic connection with the fire in the third eye, right? It's like there's some kind of meeting of the minds or something like that. There's something about you guys making this person feel grateful for everything they have in their life. So whatever you did or said to this person, they feel grateful for the things they have in their life. They do like that you're impulsive with the fire sign here. They think that's a fun side to you. I think you guys have a fun, playful side with this person. Or there's just a feeling of like education or educating this person or something like that. This reading's super short. I'm trying to see if I can see any other messages. I think I'm pretty much getting the messages, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I'm seeing here. There's the possibility with the Hierophant here that you were paired with this person in some way through some kind of organization or like even like an online dating service or something like that, like set both of you up or something like that. And through communicating, this person feels like they don't view you in a sexual way, like they thought they may have or something like that. And then they learn that they don't. They view you as more of like someone who's protecting them or a paternal figure for them or something like that. Maybe you guys are still on the other end of it. You view this person sexually. I don't know. This connection has strong growth potential too. So if you know this person, or if you came to this reading and you don't know if this person likes you in that way or not, and you continue with this connection and say you find out they don't like you in that way, this connection still has strong growth potential. I think this connection has a potential to really enlighten the person that's your crush, and like help them grow on their journey as far as like individuals and people, right? I also think with the Ace of Wands here, you guys have a cool psychic connection. It might even be fun to play games with this person, like board games or card games or something like that, or like understand things about each other, because I really feel like there's a feeling of knowing where the other person's coming from on like a deeper level, maybe not necessarily like a sexual level or a romantic level, but knowing where the person's coming from on a like a it's like a meeting of the minds, like knowing what they're thinking or what they're going through or what their thoughts are or something like that at any given point in time. Um, yeah, I'm going to end your guys' reading there. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. With that said, we're going to move on to the last group, group 4, the Crazy Lace Agate. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Hey, group 4, this is if you picked the Crazy Lace Agate. So let's get right into your reading. And what does your crush love about you? What does your crush love about you for group 4? Let's see. What is the vibes of this priest? Interesting. Okay. Okay. What does group 4's crush love about them? Three of Spades. What does group 4's crush love about them? We have a vulture. And last, we'll get the Light Seers cards to tell us a little bit more about what they love about you. And we'll roll some astro dice, and I'll get into your reading. 4th house, fun. Jupiter and Gemini. It's so funny. I feel called to point out a lot of these archetype cards, like the shadow attributes are so dark. Like violates the trust, like this violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. Like some of these are just very dark, like the archetype cards. So I'm not seeing that so much in this person, like how they view you. I'm just like noticing that right now. I felt like calling it out, calling this deck out a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so with priest here, it says facilitate spiritual, the light attribute, it says facilitate spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. They definitely see you as a channel for spiritual energy. I think this person thinks that there's aspects about you that are very surreal. They also see you as someone who is either struggling, trying to work 2 jobs at once or something like that. There's a strong vibe of like struggling with your work commitments or like your labor commitments or like working 2 jobs at once or trying to be busy or something like that. I see that here with the 3 of Spades. But the other thing too is they see you as kind of like a magician in a sense too. Like even though you're struggling or you feel torn in 2, or they see you as being torn in 2, they see you as like really effectively getting things done in general. Like there's this person with the Queen of Swords and the 5 of Wands. This is a very interesting combination because the Queen of Swords is above the air currents, right? Especially you see it in the regular Rider-Waite, but in this deck you can kind of see it too. Like the flags are blowing in the distance and she's sitting above it, pondering above what the air currents are essentially. So basically she's going with the flow and she's seeing the bigger picture of things. She's also seeing how the tides are turning, that kind of thing. With the 5 of Wands here, this talks about competition, competitive natures, teamwork, debating, like getting into debate, stuff like that. And so in general, I'm seeing this person is kind of above the arguments of her time. And I think they view you this way. They view you as someone who's kind of above it all in a sense, like in the best way possible. I think they feel like you stay out of major dramatic things in your life. Like you don't get involved in drama. You don't deal with like, negativity, or you don't let other people's opinions get to you. Like you see the bigger picture to things. Like I think this person has noticed you be really cool, calm, and collected when a major fight broke out or when a major debate happened between two of your friends or something like that. This person saw you stand back, look at the picture objectively, and just realize where the conversation was going. And I think you have this way of like taking yourself out of the picture that this person really appreciates, or you seemingly, how do I put it, don't get involved. And I think this person appreciates that. I think this person, your crush, really sees like appreciates people who stay out of the conflict, right? That don't get involved in the conflict situations. I think your crush views people who get involved as people who make the situation worse or who escalate the situation. So something coming through is that you guys are above the conflict and you kind of see where the conflict will end up anyway, so you don't even get involved. It's like, I know this person's going to say this to this person B is going to say this to this person, they're going to fight about this, it's going to be this kind of thing, they might split up or they might get back together, but I'm not going to get involved because it's just going to play out and I know how it's going to play out. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from you guys. Like, they view you that way, at least because you're staying out of conflict situations. They view you as the type of person who sees how things are going to play out and knows a little bit about the future, essentially. With the priest, that's where it's like the vibe of like the spiritual, this facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. I think this person views you as a spiritual channel, if that makes sense. You guys specifically could be channelers, like you could channel other entities, you could let other entities speak through you, something like that. But besides that, I just see this person as seeing you as kind of like just a spiritual being, like in general. Like, this person sees you as very spiritual. They might not know more about your spirituality, they might just know you're a spiritual being, but they might not know too much about your spirituality. It might be that you guys don't talk about it too much or something like that. I'm kind of getting that vibe, although we do have Gemini here, which talks about communication, so there could be communication, but maybe not on that specific level. With the Vulture card here, there's a few things about this person and how they're perceiving your beauty. They do not view you as conventionally attractive, but I think they are attracted to you, but they know that you have a very unique look. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting with the Vulture here. They know you have a very unique look. That's not what most people find attractive, right? But I think this person is really attracted to you. It's just that one of those cards, the Vulture is one of those cards that I get oftentimes when it's like someone who was not initially attracted to you, but their attraction grew over time, something like that, where maybe you didn't catch their eye right away, but after spending a lot of time with you, maybe you started to grow on them, something like that. Also, this person really enjoys car rides with you with the Chariot here. They really enjoy traveling with you, car rides with you, going places with you. With these two horses standing next to each other on the Chariot, the white horse and the black horse, they kind of see you as two opposites, but going in the same direction, right? Like, you're both kind of different from each other a little bit, but you're headed in the same direction. With the Magician card here, I think they either feel like they manifested you into their life, or on the flip side, they feel like you are a master manifestor. Like, you can create anything in your reality that you want. I think it confuses them a little bit why you're so torn in two between these two jobs. They think that if they can create whatever they want in their reality, why do they still feel stuck between these two jobs that they're working on, you know? This could also be just in general that maybe you guys really enjoy having a variety of options in your life. Maybe you are learning to play the guitar, and at the same time you're taking like math classes or something like that. Whatever it is, whatever the case may be, there's a vibe here of like this person knowing that you do a lot of different things, but they see it as like splitting you in two is kind of the vibe that I'm getting, even though you guys might not feel like that. But I think they see you as kind of like worn out or something like that, or tired or something like that. We're getting that again here with the Vulture. With the Vulture, I always see the Vulture represented as like old age a little bit, because the Vulture kind of looks like an old man, you know? But just in general, I think this person sees you as a little tired, maybe wise, possibly they see you as wise. But the main thing that I'm seeing here is, there's something about, they feel like you, and this is a good thing, they feel like you, what's it called? You really make sure to do all of it because you don't want to waste any time. You don't want to waste opportunities. You make sure you take on everything that you need to take on because you don't want to waste what's going on in your life, if that makes sense. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting with this person. They view you as someone who's not wasteful with the vulture and the three of spades here. Man, this person really loves journeying with you. They like traveling great distances with you. I think if you went with this person on a trip or suggested a car ride, I think they are so down to do the car ride. I think they are so down to go on a journey or an excursion or a trip. I think this person likes travel. With the Magician card here, I think that this person also kind of sees you as a little reflective too. Like you reflect on things in life, you reflect on what's going on in your environment. It's just really like the main thing that's coming through is they're just amazed at how you deal with conflict situations, right? Any kind of competitive or tense environment. Maybe this person has seen you in an environment where there was like a lot of competition, or people are going to the top in some specific field and people are debating or competing against each other, and they really saw how you took a step back and you took yourself out of the situation and let the situation play out before you inserted yourself back into the situation. This person really admires that about you. They really admire the fact that you stepped away and just observed until the situation cleared, until the waters cleared, basically. With the Gemini influence, I think this person really enjoys communication with you, or they view you as pretty talkative. Like they view you as someone who's really even though as much as you guys observe and stay out of the conflict, when there's everything's peaceful, it's like you guys are very talkative, you're very chatty. I think with the priest, the channel for spiritual energy, and the Gemini energy, they feel like your words are like heaven sent. I'm seeing a strong connection to your voice too. Like this person, maybe if they are not that attracted to you physically, or there's a feeling of them being like needing to get used to the way you look or something like that, or something along the lines of like they weren't attracted to you, but now that they know you better, they are attracted to you. Something that always attracted them to you is probably your voice, right? Most likely your voice. We also have the fourth house here in Jupiter. I think this is the interesting thing. This person, even though they didn't find you attractive initially, they really want to start a family with you. The fourth house is the home card. It's the house with Cancer, and it's all about nurturing in the home environment. I think this person either would love to be your roommate, right? And get a home with you or something like that. Or there's something about your family that's alluring to them. They really admire your family, how you grew up. Something about your childhood could be important here, but also I think there's a strong vibe of them wanting to start a family with you or something like that. And with Jupiter here too, they might want to have like lots of babies with you or something. Like they might want to have a lot of kids or something like that. Because honestly, with Jupiter in the fourth house, I'm getting strong vibes of like expansion in the home environment. And so I definitely think this person, the thing is, what's interesting is I really see this conflict solution area about your guys' life, or how they view you as solving conflict. They almost view it as like if these 5 wands, people on these wands were like all your children, right? And you were one of the parents dealing with the conflict, they know they would not have to worry about dealing with conflict with their own children because you have such an objective way of viewing the conflict, knowing how it's going to play out. They would be comfortable listening to your advice or listening to what you have to say, or just being so secure in the fact that you know how the conflict's going to play out, that it's almost like you have a handle on the situation without actually touching the situation at all, right? Like you don't have to get involved with the people in your life, or they're imagining it like you wouldn't have to get involved with your guys' offspring necessarily. Like it would be a very hands-off approach, but yet everything still functions the correct way and conflicts get resolved, and they see this kind of magical hands-off approach as like really uplifting, basically. Yeah, in a way, this person sees you as kind of like a diplomat, essentially. And just so you know, when I mentioned the 3 of Spades thing, how they feel like you're torn in two, right? This might not be something that they love for you, but it's something they love about you. So for example, they might not love that you feel torn in two, or even if they're thinking you're torn in two, they might not love that you're torn in all these different directions, right? Doing all these different things. But at the same time, they do love that about you, that you want to do all these different things, right? They think that's a positive trait, that philosophy is admirable. Sorry, tongue-tied a little bit. Yeah, there's something about your guys' voice expanding this person's horizon, something about communication with this person expanding their horizon, something like that. They get a lot of useful and helpful information from you. Yeah, with the Magician card being next to the Chariot, there is strong vibes. They really want to manifest a trip with you. They want to manifest a vacation, a getaway. I think this person fantasizes that some kind of getaway or getting away from it all with you could bring a lot of joy into the connection or create more intimacy in the connection. Yeah, especially with this air symbol above the vulture. I'm also just seeing objective, like something about you guys. You're very objective, or you're very logical in a way, or you're very, you keep a cool head in emergency situations, something like that. And that's something that is really admirable. Yeah. I think this person does like you. I think they like just in general, like I think this person also, if you spend more time with this person, say they are not showing interest in you now, they're not showing attraction to you now. This could be a relationship where they grow to appreciate you, even your physical looks, right? I think it's just one of those things where with the vulture card, they view your looks as really unconventional. They're not necessarily not attracted to them. They just view your looks as unconventional, if that makes sense. I think your physical appearance would grow on them. And also they're really drawn to your voice too. So I think that there's something that they really like talking to you as well. I think that's something they're really naturally attracted to you, is your voice. I think that's about it. I'm going to scan the reading one more time just to see if there's anything else here that I need to look at. I think that's about it. I'm going to end your guys' reading here. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading and you resonated with my energy, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're always welcoming new subscribers here at Cody Tarot. And with that said, we're going to move on to... Oh, that was the last group. So this is the last pick a card. I'll see you guys in the next pick a card that you watch my channel. Or in the future in some other way. Oh, whoa, maybe we'll meet sometime. Anyway, okay, bye guys. I'll catch you later.